This dynamic warm-up is gonna work the entire body. You'll have 6 exercises and 5 minutes of work here. We're gonna start with 30 seconds of a cat camel. Starting in our tabletop position, hands stacked underneath the shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. We're gonna drop that belly button down to the ground, looking towards the ceiling, working the shoulders. Then drawing the belly button up, trying to get that spine nice and big. Next up, we're gonna go back to that tabletop, 30 seconds per side of a thread to needle, reaching over top, bringing that arm underneath to stretch out the shoulder. You'll have 30 seconds on one side, then you'll go to the other. Next up, we have a high plank. We're gonna push into a downward dog, keeping the legs straight, focusing on the calves and hamstrings as well as the shoulders. We're gonna go back to the high plank. Now let's start walking our hands back to our toes for a standard walkout. This is going to work the hamstrings, glutes, and posterior chain. Next up, we've got our 5-point squat. We're gonna start with a forward bend, bringing our hands underneath the toes, dropping into the squat to get chest nice and tall. One arm up, then the next, driving through the heels back to our starting position. Then we're gonna mix things up, 30 seconds of a power skip. This is gonna lightly elevate your heart rate. 6 total exercises, 5 minutes. Let's get warmed up.
right, guys, we got 10 minutes of work here. 12 repetitions for each exercise. The first exercise we're gonna do is the upright row. So make sure you retract those shoulders, keep that chest up. Objects in front of you, elbows high. Bring those objects all the way to your chest and back down. Next, we're gonna do tricep dips. We're gonna use a chair for this one. So sit down on that chair, put those hands right behind you, lower your body as far as you can, and then bring yourself right up. You're gonna see it right here on your triceps. After that, we're gonna switch it to seated low row. Grab the other objects that you have, elbows high, bring it all the way to your rib cage and back down, slow and control. And last but not least, we're gonna do that hollow hold, squeeze, press right on that mat. You guys gonna give me a crunch, bring the legs right up, objects squeeze together, up and down. Feeling it right there on that core, all right? Option, just put those feet on the floor. Are you ready to rock and roll, guys? All right, let's do it.
fight can easily die. Yes, I swear that it'll rise with or without you. Raise this banner like a fire. Today, boys, don't think I will keep quiet. 'Cause I will be fine with or without you. I can feel it burning through like fire. Yeah, I can feel it burning.
Are you ready to get your heart rate up? Yes or yes, John?
I mean, what other option do I have?
That's what we're gonna do in this next 10-minute block. We have 3 different plank variations, all of them on an incline. So you will need a step stool, a box, or you can even use the stairs in your house as long as it's nice and sturdy. So again, 3 incline plank variations, all for 30 seconds each, but wedged in between those, we're gonna do some box jumps, stair jumps, or step ups if we need to. Let's get to our first plank variation. Stack those shoulders directly over top of those wrists so there's a straight line from your ear all the way down to that ankle, keeping that core tight and those hips nice and stable. From here, it's a plank jack. So you're gonna jump your feet out and then jump them back together. Again, trying not to bounce up and down, really using that core to drive the movement. Your option, as you can see John doing, stepping out and stepping back in. Again, 30 seconds there. Your next incline plank variation will be your Spider-Man. So stay in that same set position. You're gonna lift one leg and drive your knee to the outside of the same elbow and then alternate between sides, really working on those obliques. Your last plank variation is going to be that blast off plank. So as you see, Johnny's gonna bend through his knees, drop towards those heels, and then shoot himself forward back to that high plank position. Again, slow movement here, drop into those heels and then blast off, catching yourself in that high plank position. Those are your 3 variations. Now remember, we did talk about wedging that jump squat in between. So make sure, again, you're on that stable surface. You're gonna line yourself up in front of that box or stairs, drop into those heels, and then explode up onto that box and step back down. Your option, of course, if jumping is not for you, is to simply step up, step back down, and then alternate between those legs as you work through those 30 seconds. We've got 10 minutes of work. Let's get to it.
fight can easily die. Yes, I swear that it'll rise with or without you. Raise this banner like a fire. Today, boys, I don't think I will keep quiet. 'Cause I will be fine with or without you. I can feel it burning through like fire. Yeah, I can feel it burning.
right, team, we got this 4-minute core blast to get that core nice and tight. I got Coach Nikki here. You ready, girl?
Let's go.
All right. So 4 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Starting off with that palm to elbow. Making sure those shoulders are over the wrist. You're going to lower down to your elbows, bringing it right back up to your palm. So making sure that core is nice and tight, belly button towards your spine. Option, drop down to your knees. Keep that pelvis pressed forward. After that, we're going to move right into a weighted pike. So you're going to need 1 weight for this. Arms and legs are extended, bringing that weight towards the feet, and then lowering right back down. Option here is you can bend your knees. You're going to tap the floor instead. So we got 4 minutes of work. Let's go ahead and get to it.
For quite some time, it's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night. We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night. Bottles and bottles and bottles, I'm popping some bottles and more. Doing the most, how can I stop when I'm going? As long as it's green, I'ma go. Let us get low, partying like I'm the host. All white like I'm a ghost. Just so you know, I am the life of the party. I'm so bright, I can just glow. Feel so good when you alive. Tasting the airs, I breathe in the night. Let's take a flight, we can go high. Vegas to Cali or even Dubai. Don't ask why, just say yeah. Anywhere that you can think of, we there. Facing our fears as we go on this ride. Loving this life, I'm ready for the night. I'm ready tonight. We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night. In my rear view, I got a clear view, but if I did too, take a chance, I wanna dance, so I'ma ask if you would care too. Here's the truth, I'm feeling nice and you looking right, so let's share the room. A cup of ice and a double shot of whatever's got me in this mood. It just feels good, living your life like you know that you should. Ride that wave, sip champagne, out for the night cause we just got paid. Club on slate, nothing to say, just good vibes, we live in a blade. Doing whatever we want on this ride. Loving this life, I'm ready for the night, I'm ready tonight. We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night.
Team, excellent job on making it to the very end of that total body blast. You earned it. Now it's time to bring that nervous system back to normal. Shout out to you, Cynthia, for killing it.
Hey!
All right, we're going to do this 3 minutes, 1 round. This is a stretching block, so you've got 20 seconds per exercise. Your first is the standing reverse tricep stretch. So you're gonna take that elbow, pull it right to the ear or just behind the ear, inhale and exhale. Your next exercise, you've got a reverse shoulder stretch. So you're gonna interlock those fingers, open up the chest. Once again, you are inhaling and exhaling at 20 seconds. Your third exercise is a standing toe reach. So you're gonna stretch those fingertips to the toes, open up the lower back, open up the hamstrings, and hold that once again for 20 seconds. Your final exercise is a standing straddle stretch. When you step those feet out, stretching all the way down to the center line of the body, rotate yourself to the left and the right, opening up the hamstrings, opening up the hips, and bringing it back to start. Once again, congratulations on making it to the end. We are proud of you, and we hope to see you again soon.